9 Unknown Shocking Facts About Native American Tribes. The history and culture of Native Americans have been one of the most talked about topics in the entire history of human civilization. While most of us know of the Native American tribes as a people, a culture, driven away from their lands and left for dead, there's an entire trove of secrets that many of us haven't yet discovered. These are facts that will reshape our understanding of Native American tribes, touching on their languages, traditions, and ingenious innovations. Join us on this exciting episode of Native Journal, where we'll unveil 9 mind-blowing facts about Native American tribes. These facts will open your eyes to the depth of their traditions, their unwavering resilience, and the incredible contributions they've made to our world. These are the tales that have remained hidden for far too long, and we can't wait to share them with you. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this exhilarating adventure together as you watch this video. Remember to click the like button and subscribe to our channel to support this community. The Native Americans are the indigenous people of the United States, also referred to as American Indians or Indigenous Americans. The term Indian originated from Christopher Columbus, who mistakenly believed he had reached the East Indies, and thus referred to the indigenous people he encountered as Indians. Native American tribes boast a rich history of diverse cultures, languages, and traditions, from the ancient civilizations of the Anasazi to their enduring contributions to modern society. Their heritage is a testament to perseverance and cultural richness, with over 500 distinct nations. These communities continue to revitalize their traditions, emphasizing the importance of language preservation, cultural events, and artistic expression. Native Americans have played a pivotal role in shaping the past and continue to contribute significantly to our shared cultural landscape in the United States. There are over 9 million Native Americans belonging to hundreds of tribal nations, each with its unique languages, cultures, and traditions. Native Americans have inhabited this continent since ancient times, from Alaska's northern reaches to Florida's Gulf Coast. However, did you know that there are some fascinating facts about this rich heritage that might surprise you? Let's now delve into these intriguing facts about Native American tribes and their histories that no one has told you about. 1 Native Americans spoke more than 300 languages. Before colonization, North America boasted a remarkable number of spoken languages, totaling over 300, and some estimates suggest that as many as 500 languages were spoken throughout the continent. However, many of these languages have disappeared as a result of assimilation policies by the government. President Ulysses S. Grant articulated the government's stance on language in 1868, stating, "In the difference of language, today lies 2/3 of our trouble. Their barbarous dialect should be blotted out, and the English language substituted." This declaration marked the beginning of a series of actions aimed at suppressing Native American languages. During the 1800s, Native Americans were forcibly removed from their ancestral lands and relocated to reservations. Additionally, children were separated from their families and placed in Indian boarding schools, where they received English education. These practices further eroded native languages. It wasn't until 1972, with the passage of the Indian Education Act, that Native American tribes gained the right to teach their languages. However, the damage had already been done. By 2013, only 169 native languages were still spoken in the United States, many with only a handful of speakers. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, Congress passed the Native American Language Act in 1990, providing support for Native American language preservation and revitalization efforts. This support is crucial, as nearly all but 2 Native American languages risk disappearing entirely by 2050 if measures are not taken to preserve and promote them. The first newspaper in a Native American language began publishing in 1828. Prior to the arrival of European settlers, Native American languages were predominantly spoken and passed down orally through generations. However, European settlers' arrival spurred change within numerous Native American tribes as they began embracing written communication. A standout illustration of this shift unfolded in the Cherokee Nation, thanks to Sequoyah's groundbreaking efforts. A Cherokee Nation member, Sequoyah, devoted 12 years to crafting a writing system for his people, culminating in an 86-character syllabary. By 1821, Dr. Ellen Cushman, a Cherokee native, wrote, "The Cherokee syllabic's distinctiveness. Unlike other worldwide syllabic scripts, like Japanese hiragana, this was a solitary one created by a native individual, exclusively for the native community. What distinguishes the Cherokee syllabary is its inherent correspondence with Cherokee language, sounds and phonetics, rendering it an easily mastered tool for speakers." According to Cushman, Cherokee tribe members could read and write proficiently within a relatively short 3 to 5 year period, using this novel script. However, a noteworthy stride in Cherokee literacy occurred on February 21, 1828, with the debut of the Cherokee Phoenix in New Okota, Georgia. This event marked the United States' first bilingual newspaper, featuring content in both English and Cherokee. The Cherokee Phoenix played a vital role in preserving and promoting the Cherokee language and culture, underscoring indigenous innovations, resilience in the face of external influences. 3. There are 574 federally recognized tribes in the United States. Among the 574 federally recognized tribes in the United States, a significant portion precisely to calls Alaska home, following closely. California boasts the second highest count of federally recognized tribes, with a total of 109. Remarkably, California also holds the distinction of having the largest Native American population among all states. These federally recognized tribes maintain a unique government-to-government relationship with the United States akin to sovereign nations. This status affords them certain rights and responsibilities, including the ability to negotiate and cooperate with the federal government on various matters. However, it's essential to note that not all Native American tribes enjoy federal recognition. A considerable number of tribes remain without federal recognition, which renders them ineligible for various government programs and support initiatives. This lack of recognition can significantly impact their access to essential resources and services. As of the year 2020, state recognition had been granted to 66 tribes across 13 different states. While state recognition doesn't automatically grant tribes access to state or federal benefits, it serves as an important acknowledgement of their historical and contemporary existence. State-recognized tribes often use this status to advocate for their rights and seek opportunities for collaboration and cooperation with both state and federal authorities to improve the well-being of their communities. For Native Americans, cultivated many of the world's most important crops. Native American tribes have historically embraced diverse diets, deeply rooted in their local food systems. Their culinary traditions have been shaped by the availability of resources in their respective regions. Agriculture played a pivotal role in many Native American communities, with tribes cultivating and domesticating crops, integral to our modern diet. A striking testament to their agricultural prowess is that in 2016, it was estimated that a staggering 60% of the global food supply was derived from crops originating in North America. Among these essential crops, corn stands out as a remarkable achievement of indigenous farmers. Its origins trace back approximately 10,000 years to southern Mexico and Guatemala. By the time European colonists set foot in North America, Native Americans had been cultivating corn for millennia, making it a staple in their diets. In addition to corn, Native American agricultural practices encompassed other key crops like beans, squash, potatoes, and tomatoes. These crops not only sustained the tribes, but also significantly influenced the global food landscape, with their cultivation and consumption leaving an indelible mark on the culinary heritage of the Americas and beyond. 5. The Haudenosaunee Confederacy is one of the oldest living democracies in the world. The Haudenosaunee Confederacy, also known as the Iroquois Confederacy to the French, was established by 6 tribal nations, the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Tuscarora, and Seneca, while some researchers suggest it was formed in 1142. The Confederacy itself claims an existence since time immemorial. Nevertheless, it stands as one of the world's oldest participatory democracies. These nations are bound together by the Great Law of Peace, known as CAT, which functions as their political constitution. In the 18th century, the Tuscarora became the 6th and last nation to join this confederation, Dr. Donald A. Grinde, Jr., an author of Exemplar of Liberty, and a professor of Yamasee heritage at the University at Buffalo, emphasizes the uniqueness of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. He states that while many tribes practiced democracy, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy was remarkable for bringing people together across vast geographic regions. Grinde's research highlights the Haudenosaunee Confederacy's influence on the United States Constitution, noting three significant contributions. First, it introduced the idea that sovereignty resides in the people. Second, it inspired the separation of powers, creating distinct branches of government. Third, it laid the foundation for a constitution, with visible articles mirroring how the Haudenosaunee annually recited their great law of peace. 6 Native Americans were forcibly displaced by the Indian Relocation Act in 1830 before European colonization. Native Americans inhabited the entirety of what we now call the United States. However, a pivotal historical moment occurred in 1830 when President Andrew Jackson endorsed the Indian Removal Act. This legislation was primarily motivated by the ambitions of white settlers who aimed to cultivate cotton in the fertile southern regions at the expense of the Choctaw, Cherokee Creek, and various other indigenous tribes. The Indian Removal Act was ruthlessly implemented to compel Native American communities to vacate their ancestral lands in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee. These indigenous people were then forcibly relocated to a designated area known as Indian Territory, situated in what we presently recognize as Oklahoma. Tragically, the consequences of this relocation were devastating, leading to the loss of thousands of lives. During these enforced migrations, the Indian Removal Act represents a dark chapter in American history, marked by the systemic displacement, suffering, and loss of life endured by Native American communities. It serves as a stark reminder of the and hardships faced by indigenous peoples, as they were uprooted from their homelands in the pursuit of economic gain by white settlers. The tragic legacy of this act continues to impact Native American communities and their descendants to this day, emphasizing the importance of acknowledging and addressing historical injustice and working toward reconciliation and healing. 7. Native Americans were granted American citizenship. In 1924, the Indian Citizenship Act, signed into law by President Calvin Coolidge on June 2, 1924, marked a significant milestone in the journey of Native Americans' legal status in the United States. Before this act, some Native Americans were already recognized as U.S. citizens due to the 1887 Dawes Act, which granted citizenship to those who accepted land grants. Despite this initial recognition, the promise of full citizenship remained elusive for many Native Americans. The right to vote, a fundamental aspect of citizenship, was determined by individual states, and unfortunately several states persistently denied Native Americans this right. For many decades, states employed various discriminatory practices to restrict Native American access to the voting process. One prominent method was the implementation of literacy tests, which effectively barred individuals who couldn't read and write English from participating in elections. This disenfranchisement was not limited to Native Americans but extended to others as well. These injustices persisted until the historic passage of the Voting Rights Act in 1965. This landmark legislation aimed to dismantle the systemic barriers preventing marginalized communities, including Native Americans, from exercising their right to vote freely and without discrimination. In essence, the Indian Citizenship Act of 1924 was a crucial step in recognizing Native Americans as US citizens. However, it took several more decades and the enactment of the Voting Rights Act to secure their full and equal participation in the democratic process, finally bringing an end to the discriminatory practices that had persisted for far too long. 8. The Navajo Nation has the largest tribal land in the United States. The Navajo Nation covers an expansive territory of nearly 25,000 square miles, a landmass roughly equivalent to the size of West Virginia and more than twice the size of Maryland. This vast expanse of land extends across Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah, making it one of the largest Native American reservations in the United States. In the year 2021, the Navajo Nation achieved another significant milestone by surpassing the Cherokee Nation in terms of population, establishing itself as the largest tribe by population. This distinction was marked by a remarkable milestone of nearly 400,000 registered members within the Navajo Nation, highlighting the substantial and thriving Navajo community. Unsurprisingly, the Navajo Nation boasts the highest number of speakers of any Native American language. This is a testament to the preservation and resilience of the Navajo language, which holds a central place in the culture and identity of the Navajo people. The dedication to maintaining and passing down their linguistic heritage has played a vital role in the enduring strength of the Navajo Nation's cultural traditions and their unique place in the history of Native American communities. In the United States, 9 Native Americans experience higher rates of suicide than any other groups in the U.S. Throughout history, the challenges faced by young Native Americans and their significantly higher suicide rates have been a cause for concern in society. Data from various sources, including the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, and the Indian Health Service, IHS, consistently reveal that these rates have consistently exceeded the national average dating back in time. Records show that the suicide rate among Native American youth has often been approximately 2.5 times higher than the overall national average. This historical issue is deeply tied to a complex set of factors, including the lasting impact of historical trauma, cultural disconnection, economic hardships, and the lack of mental health services in numerous tribal communities. Over the course of history, efforts to address this issue have included culturally sensitive prevention and intervention programs, the expansion of mental health services, and a concentrated focus on strengthening community support systems. Despite these historical interventions, this challenging issue persists, necessitating continuous attention and support to improve the mental health outcomes. For Native American communities, these facts about Native Americans in the United States reveal a complex and multifaceted history. From their rich cultural heritage to the tragic experiences of colonization, forced displacement, and the enduring impact of historical trauma, these facts highlight the importance of recognizing and addressing the challenges faced by Native American communities. Promoting cultural preservation, equitable access to resources, and reconciliation efforts are vital steps toward fostering understanding and improving their overall well-being. In today's world, Native American communities are striving to maintain their cultural identities while adapting to the challenges of the modern era. Through cultural events, education initiatives, and artistic expressions, they ensure that their traditions and values remain relevant and celebrated. Language revitalization programs are at the forefront of these efforts. Many tribes are working tirelessly to preserve and revive their native languages, recognizing that language is not just a means of communication, but a preservation of ancestral knowledge and identity. Furthermore, Native American contributions to various fields, including art, literature, and sports, continue to shape our cultural landscape. Their storytelling traditions have inspired numerous authors, and their artistry is displayed in museums and galleries worldwide. Iconic Native American athletes like Jim Thorpe and Billy Mills have left an indelible mark on the sports world, demonstrating excellence and perseverance. It's crucial for us to appreciate the depth and diversity of Native American culture beyond the surface stereotypes. By acknowledging these lesser-known facts and their contemporary significance, we honor the legacy of Native American tribes and foster a more inclusive understanding of their heritage in today's society. Thank you for watching till this point. You can share your thoughts about these facts in the comment box. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video like this one. Thanks for watching.